Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription, man. It'll be highly appreciated. And all those who said that time heals, they were wrong, man. Time does not heal anything. It is on Friday today, the 23rd of May 2025. The final was played on 21st, and I still feel every bit of pain from that game against Tottenham, man. We lost a final to Tottenham, and you expect me to be normal, man. I'll never be normal, and it will never fade away the pain, man. And I think we don't have to put the blame on the manager, the players, or we don't have to individualize this failure, man. We have to look at every aspect, every condition, everything that got us here, man. The owners got us here. The players played a big part in getting us here. The manager is also playing his part in making sure this club goes down, man. Because all the efforts I'm seeing from the players, the owners, and the manager, they are not efforts to bring this club back to the glory days it was, man. It is like they are working really hard to put this club to the ground. And what really hurt really bad, it is the fans, man. I saw fans in Bilbao waiting for a train to get them to Madrid, sleeping on the floor, man. Sleeping on the floor. Some traveled across the world, from Africa, from Asia, from South America, North America, and even some across Europe. They go to Bilbao to watch Manchester United. And those guys don't even score a goal, man. They don't even get a single goal for the fans to cheer up, man. They just consider silly goal. Then they're trying to make silly crosses, silly decisions from the manager, silly decisions from the players. Everybody not doing his job in that club, man. And I think we don't have to individualize this failure. Let's talk about all of them. We cannot talk about the manager and leave the players out. We cannot talk about the players and leave the manager out. And so we cannot talk about the manager and the players and leave Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe out and the Glazers out, man. We cannot leave Ratcliffe out and the Glazers out. I think they are the biggest guys who we should blame in this one, man. I think we got the brokest billionaires in the world. I think Sir Jim has to be one of the richest or one of the richest guy in Britain. But I think he's a broke billionaire because since coming to the club, he's squeezing every cent he's getting out of a football club, man. He's squeezing every cash that he can get out of a football club. He's squeezing everything that he can get out of this club, man. Firing workers, I don't know, firing the staff, everybody leaving their jobs. Today I read an article and around 50 people are about to leave their job at Manchester United. Some their jobs have been confirmed, they are leaving the club. Some they are waiting for the confirmation from the board. So what is this happening? Look at Chelsea with Todd Boehly, man. Why is this happening at Manchester United? And we just have new owners. Look at Todd Boehly, man, at Chelsea. That guy injected over 1 billion to the club for transfers. Just transfers, man. Even if those executives who are in charge of transfers wasted that funds. But the guy invested over 1 billion in transfers. And I think football nowadays is like that, man. If you want your club back to the top, you have to inject money. But the way Ineos are doing it and the Glazers, it is a very different. Instead of injecting money to the club, they're squeezing every cent they can get out of it. And that will get us nowhere. I'll be real and I'll be real and I'll be real. That will get us nowhere as a club, man. Because they have to come to the club. They gave the fans new hopes. They gave the fans new ambitions that will bring this club back to glory days. Blah, 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 blah. And instead of going to the market as a big club, we always go to the market looking for the average players, mid players. A club like Manchester United, man. A club like Manchester United, the statue of Manchester United. We have to be moving like these big clubs like Real Madrid in the transfer, man. We have to move like them. We should be aiming for the best players in the world, of which this summer I don't think we'll get that because we'll not be playing any European football next season. But I think we should be going for the best players in the world. We should be going for those best players, man. We should be in that confidence level that we are at the same level as Real Madrid. I know our success recently has been really bad and our performances on the pitch has been really bad, but again it is because of the owners. They don't want to invest anything to the club. They don't want to do anything to the club. Instead of bringing more money, they just take out the money. Those who were in charge of transfers before Ineos came in, they made really bad decisions, man. We are still playing for players like, I don't know, Mason Mount, Rasmus Hojlund and all that. Some of players who are not helping the team in any way. They are always injured. They come back to the squad, 2 good performances or 3 good performances. And just like that, they go back to their default setting and they start performing shit, man. So What is the solution to this football club, man? Because now we are in our rock bottom. We are rock bottom. What is the solution that can bring Manchester United back to glory days? The owners say that, I saw today, I don't know if it was Samuel Lakastov or any guy, just one reporter said that Manchester United, the owners have accepted the fact that the rebuild process will take a long time. But here's where my question comes in, man. How is the rebuild process going to come in if you are going to the summer transfer window and you are just of where you are supposed to spend over just 100 million, man? That is the amount we have to spend because of the FFP. That is the amount we have to spend, man. That is the amount we have to spend because of the fair play rules, man. That is the amount we have to spend. Tell me, just of 100, if it can get you on good players, man. We buy Matthias Cunha for around 66 million. Then we expect to get another all the monies from player sales, of which they are not guaranteed. Rashford is on loan. I hire. We wish we get money from him. Antonio, we should get money from him. Jadon Sancho, don't come back to this football club. And all those players who contracts are running out this summer, I hope they leave the club. I hope none of the contracts will be renewed, because how are you renewing a contract for a player who is in the squad that has gotten us 17th in the Premier League? Because I don't see any we will win against Aston Villa, and if we lose against Aston Villa, we'll just go 17th in the Premier League. So how are you renewing a contract for a player who was in the squad that gotten us 17 in the Premier League? So if the players, the contract is running out this summer, just let them go, and we have to sell at least 8 players and bring in around 5 players that are very good, physically good, mentally good, technically good, and everything good, man. We have to do that if we have to bring this club back to glory days. We have to do a squad overhaul, a squad trim, man. Next season we're not playing in any European competition, so let's make sure that this summer we trim this squad for next season, for just the Premier League, FA Cup, which FA Cup starts in the middle of the season, and the Carabao Cup. Let's make sure we trim the squad for the one competition, and that is the Premier League, man. We don't need 30 players and we are not playing in any European competition. The reason we have a lot of players in your squad, it is in European competition. You balance the team in European competitions and you balance the team in the Premier League, so that your important players don't get fatigued. But now we don't play in any European competition, so just sell these within this squad. Get rid of them all, man. Get rid of them all. And a lot has happened since Manchester United lost that final. A lot has happened. I've seen Alejandro Garnacho and his brother going at Ruben Amorim. Then I saw that video in the press conference when Ruben Amorim was asked why was Garnacho on the bench and Mason Mount was doing nothing. Mason Mount was doing nothing for 70 minutes in that team. Why was Alejandro Garnacho on the bench? Do you know what Ruben Amorim answered? Our manager, do you know what he answered? He said that Alejandro, he's the manager, he's the one who makes decision on which player to start and on which player to come on. And he asked the reporter a question. Isn't Alejandro Garnacho the guy who missed an open chance against Bilbao? This is a manager talking about Garnacho, who has had a very good season, a very brilliant season, comparing to Mason Mount, who has not done anything good for the club, man. Comparing the man we paid for Mason Mount 60 million. Then Alejandro Garnacho, a good and a bright boy from the academy. Then you talk shit about Alejandro Garnacho while you're supposed to talk shit about Mason Mount, because Mason Mount is the guy who has been dead in the pitch for 70 minutes, and you are the manager who did not even bother to take him out. Then what are you doing? You say Alejandro Garnacho missed an open chance against Athletic Bilbao, and that is where my problem with Ruben Amorim is starting, man. That is where my problem with Ruben Amorim is starting. Ruben Amorim's squad selection was poor. Squad selection in that final was poor. You did not prepare this team mentally and physically. You did not prepare this team for anything in that pitch. You prepared the team to go there and play football, while Ange Postecoglou prepared his team to come and win the final. That was the difference between you and Ange Postecoglou. While Ange Postecoglou was preparing his team to win the final, you prepared your team to play good football in the final. Why prepare your team to play good football? Because Manchester United dominating possession, blah blah blah. But in terms of creating chances, getting in front of the goal, doing all those stuff, we were down, man. We were down, man. In the final, in the add 7 added minutes is when it is like a demon woke up on us, woke up on those players, and they started knocking on Tottenham's goal. But Vicario was brilliant. Van de Ven was brilliant. Who was another centre back? Christian Romero was brilliant. And just like that, we lost the final, man. And Ruben Amorim, you should have made the subs earlier, man. You should have made the subs earlier. Your decision to start Luke Shaw killed the team. Your decision to start Luke Shaw killed the team. Killed the team. Your decision to start Luke Shaw killed the team. Because this is a guy who has been injured. He's not in any good physical shape whatsoever. Luke Shaw is not in any good playing football shape whatsoever, man. Luke Shaw currently is looking like Wayne Rooney, man. Just a fat bastard running in the pitch, and that is the guy you bring him to start in a final, man. You bring that guy to start in a European final. Wallahi, I would rather have Evans in that team than Luke Shaw. Wallahi, I'd rather have Evans in that team than Luke Shaw, man. Luke Shaw was shit in that game. He came in his first game in the Premier League against Brentford. Luke Shaw scored an own goal. Then again, he comes back and plays in a European final. A ball he should have just have cleared. Just get Luke Shaw out of this club, man. A guy who came in the club, 2016? What is he still doing in this club, man? And it is not like we have been successful in those past 10 years when Luke Shaw has been at the club. And it is not like Luke Shaw has been an important factor in our success, man. The guy is always injured. I know he got a bad injury. I'm not trying to forget that and all that. But if your time is up at a club, it is up, man. Get out of the club and look for another place that you can play your football, man. Ruben Amorim shouldn't have started this guy, man. And I think we need another goalkeeper. We absolutely need another goalkeeper. If you think Andre Onana will bring success to this football club, you are delusional as a Manchester United fan. I'm speaking here as fact. If you think Andre Onana will bring glory days to this club, man, you are delusional. You are delusional, man. Because Andre Onana costed us a Champions League season under Ten Hag. He single-handedly took us out of the Champions League, exit the competition. Then, in a game, it was the game against Lyon in the first leg. He gave the game away. If it was not for our brilliance, the likes of Lenioro in that game, we could have lost it. And then in the final, instead of trying to work hard and at least make that save, just scoop the ball to go away. And Onana, I don't know what he was doing, and you just conceded. So Luke Shaw and Onana, get the hell out of this football club, man. Get the hell out of this club. Go and look for elsewhere where you can play football, man. Manchester United is not for you. We are tired as fans of talking about our goalkeeper's shit. While we have the richest guy in Britain, but he cannot give us money to buy a goalkeeper, man. Sir Jim and Ineos. And there were some Manchester United fans, I don't know, saying what? Qatari, they should leave Manchester United. Sir Jim is a Manchester United fan. He should get the club, man. I don't think he's feeling the pain that we as Manchester United fans are feeling at the moment. If he was feeling the pain, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe was feeling the pain and Ineos, I think their first thing they're doing this summer, 1, getting rid of all the dudes at Manchester United. 2, don't renew any contract in that football club, man. Don't renew any contract for any player, because these players are the ones responsible for getting 16th, 17th in the Premier League table. Why renew their contract? If your contract is still on at Manchester United and you are a good player, well and good. But I think most of these players should be keeping for sale and just get them out of this football club. Get these players out of this football club. And the guys who really played good in the final, Casemiro is really good, and I saw him even at some moment he was coming at Andre Onana. He was exchanging words with Andre Onana, man. If Casemiro is in the pitch and is feeling that this guy, he might be the reason this club will never be successful because of his poor goalkeeping. Casemiro is in the pitch saying that. We as fans, we have seen that for months. And I think at the moment, Ruben Amorim has also saw that Andre Onana will take this club anywhere. And these executives, they go into the transfer window and they don't give us another goalkeeper. We'll be done, man, as a football club, man. We are already dead. We are just waiting to be buried. So Ineos, just make sure our club isn't buried, man. Just make sure our club isn't buried. Just do that. Because I'm looking at Real Madrid, who had a bad season. For them, Real Madrid, it was a bad season. Barcelona won pretty everything in the Champions League. They were knocked out by a London club, which has no European pedigree whatsoever, which is Arsenal. And Real Madrid, in the transfer window, they are moving like crazy. I saw a report today in the morning. They are going for Vitinha, man. They are going for Vitinha. Luka Modric is leaving the club, and they're looking for who? Vitinha, one of the most technical midfielders in the world. And Real Madrid are going for him. You will see the player that Manchester United will go for, man. For a striker, we expected them to go for the likes of Victor Gyökeres and Victor Osimhen. Look what they are doing, man. They are going for the Liam Delap, a guy who scored just 11 goals. And it is not like they cannot afford Osimhen or Gyökeres. No. These bosses are stingy and they don't want to pay high salaries because they know when Victor Osimhen comes to Manchester United, his wage bill will be high. Then when Victor Gyökeres comes to Manchester United, definitely his wage bill will be high. And they just want to get these players who their wage bill will be low because they want to squeeze everything they can get out of that club. I don't know what they are trying to save the club or killing the club, man. Are they trying to invest the money to the club to save the club, or they are using our money in their pockets and they don't know what they're saving our money for, man? Because the money, fans contribute to that, going to the stadium and all that on social media platforms. When you get those revenues from YouTube, the fans are the guys watching, man. All that, so try to give something back to the fan. The fan is what makes Manchester United bigger than all the teams in England. I know Liverpool is the most successful club in England, but in terms of a bigger club, Manchester United will always be the bigger club. So start moving like one, man, before a place gets knocked down with the likes of Newcastle and all those small clubs, man. Because if you finish 17th, it means that if 4 teams were relegated, you are going down with them. And it also means if the Premier League had 18 teams, Manchester United could have gone down, man. Could have gone down. Because I saw a record. If you remove all those teams, if you take out all those teams that were relegated, Manchester United are the last team. Because of the number of wins and the number of losses we've gotten this season, Manchester United will definitely go down without forgetting Tottenham Hotspur. But look, this summer I'll be anti-Ineos, man. This summer I will look a lot into Ineos more than the manager, more than the players. Because the players have done their part, they have killed the club, they are definitely taking us to 16th in the Premier League table. Congratulations for making us finish 16th in the Premier League table. Your season is over. Now the ball is to you, Ineos. How are you going to respond to this? Because after this bad season, you already expected like a statement from the club giving the fans opinion, but you have done none of that. Maybe you are waiting to surprise us in the transfer window. Bring us new players, bring us good players, bring us brilliant players who can bring this club back to the top. Don't bring us average players. We don't want average players again in this team. And if you plan to kill the club, just bring the average players you want and squeeze every cent you get out of this club and buy whatever you want and save for whatever you want, man. And with all that being said, I still love Manchester United. I will continue supporting Manchester United. I will always love this football club to the end of my life. I've always loved one club, and that club is Manchester United. And I'm not there. I'm mad at the club, man. I'm mad for their performances. I'm mad for the way they are handling games this season. But my love for you will never fade. But at least for you, the players, show us some love and show love to the club, man. Or is it that some of these players support Arsenal or Liverpool or Manchester City, that they're on a mission? Are these players, or maybe these players were sent by our rivals, go and kill that club, play as shit as you can so that that club can go down and never come back. Maybe that is the situation at Manchester United. Because I don't understand why these players are playing shit, man. I don't understand why these players are playing shit. And there is no excuses for anyone, man. No excuses for the manager, no excuses for the players, no excuses for Ruben Amorim. And Ruben Amorim, get these boys playing football or leave the club, man. You are supposed to be one of the best youngest managers in the world. So if this is what you are doing, this is how you handle a final, I think, man, if you'll not be able to produce results for this club, you can go, man. Because as far as football, we love football, and football is all about it, winning, we love the club, blah, blah, blah. But football is one thing. Football is a game of results, especially for the relationship of the managers and the owners to be good and becoming constantly good. Football is a game of results. If you cannot produce that, man, just leave our fucking club and look for something else. Go and coach golf, go and coach handball, go and coach anything else. because I saw a video from Skills, one of the biggest football YouTubers in the world, Skills, and he was saying he has a cousin who was supporting Sporting, and when they were talking about Ruben Amorim with his cousin was telling him one thing. One problem with Ruben Amorim is that he's not dynamic. He's not that type of manager that can change the system to favor the team. If he starts with a 3-4-3 from the first minute, he will stick to that until the 90th minute, no matter how the team is suffering, no matter how the team is in pain. He doesn't care if it is working or not. The players might be suffering in the pitch. There might be a lot going on in the pitch, but Ruben Amorim will do what? Will stick to his 3-4-3 formation. We understand it is your idea, it is everything. But if it is not working, don't change the system, but at least you can adjust it. Just adjust it for the players you have. Of course, the Ineos will bring you the players you want, of which I really doubt. I know Ineos, we all know Ineos, man, they're broke billionaires. But if somehow they give you the players you want, make sure you get the most out of them. Because I'm telling you, Ruben Amorim, if you'll have a lot of time next season, it is 3 to 4 months to change the results of this club. And I'm take this as an example. If Ruben Amorim loses like what? 3 games, the first 3 games of the season, the fan base will turn against you, and you don't want that, man, because these Manchester United fans are very toxic. We know them with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we saw them with Ten Hag, we saw them with other managers, the likes of David Moyes, Van Gaal, we saw them. This fan base is really toxic if they want a manager to go. So we really hope you can turn these results around next season. But if you fail to do that, you can as well leave the club, because you want to take this club back to the top. And if you are not the guy, just leave, man, because until this moment you have not shown us that you are that guy that can bring back Manchester United to glory days. See, if you will not be that guy, leave our club alone. We get another manager and we continue with the rebuild. As I've said, I'm a Manchester United fan. I really love the club, and we hope for good results next season. And this summer, I'll be keeping a close eye to Ineos. Every mistake you make will be here in this app talking about you, man, because you cannot single-handedly drag this club down. Manchester United is bigger than Ineos. Even if you're the biggest, I don't know, the richest man in Britain, but our club is bigger than all those monies. And if you are really a rich guy, invest money to this team this transfer window, and they get the best players. Peace. Bye. See you in the next video, guys. If you have not subscribed, don't forget to leave a subscription.